Hello, welcome to Mind class. Today we are stretching everything out. Let me turn on one more light for my forehead view. There we go. Okay, so welcome back. We have Mind class today. We are stretching. So we are going to be doing some standing movement, some floor movement, and just follow along, okay? Today's word is I'm adventurous, so let's be adventurous with our stretches. I'll come a little closer for you to see that. Okay. I enjoy new experiences and am willing to take chances, so let's experience something new with our stretches today. Starting standing, you'll need a mat. Start your watches if you're tracking on yoga, and water. I don't think you need a sweat towel, and we'll get started. If you're playing music, play something soft in the background. I didn't put anything on today, so if you want to put something on, please do. And ready, set, let's go. Standing center of our mats, reaching up overhead, and then releasing, folding forward, coming back up, reaching up overhead, and then releasing, hinging forward, okay? Starting off very basic overhead stretch, reaching tall, and then hinging at your hips, folding forward, extending the muscles of the back of the legs. Reaching, long straight arms. Go ahead and take your hands straight out in front of you, open up wide, and then we're going to go rotate, rotate, and then come back to center, rotate, rotate. Okay, so just alternating between the two. Spinal rotations, and then back to center. As you open up and make this T, make sure that you're retracting your shoulder blades, pulling them together. I might have to put some music on. I need to feel like it's too quiet in here. I need to put something on. Like you're about to give somebody a big hug, squeeze your shoulder blades together, rotate, rotate, and then one more. Arms in front of you. Shoulders should be nice and warm because you're holding your extremities out ahead of you. All right, next up, we're going to take our arms up overhead, palms forward, pretend like you're going to pull something down like you're doing a pull-up, and then we're going to go side to side. Extend overhead, pull down as if you had like a loop or a resistance tube in your hands, and you pull it down, retract, pull your shoulder blades together, and then we just go side bend, taking your rib cage to your hip bone. You're stuck between two windows, two doors, you're in a toaster, so you're not leaning forward or back, it's just lateral movement, side to side. Oh, that feels really good today. I think my obliques were tighter than I thought. I don't know why they are. One more. All right, go ahead and take one arm up, one arm down. We're just going to windmill arms, go 4 of these. And then let's go opposite hand to opposite toe. And then repeat it again. So just little shoulder rotations, 4 windmills. And then you can take your opposite hand to opposite foot, overhead. I think I got it right that time. I did 4 and then I went to the correct foot. Finish up your fold. And let's go ahead and shake off the shoulders just a little bit. Okay, we're going to continue to warm up the upper body as we warm up the lower body. I want your feet about hip width, maybe wider. I'm wider than hip width. Toes forward, handlebar arms. We're going to come down, squat, stand, lift. Down halfway, squat, stand, rotate back up, okay? So clearly right now we're working on our mobility, which is all of that range of motion revolving around our joints, shoulders especially right now. We'll get into our back soon after this. Little spinal rolls after this, so stay with me through the shoulder burns to get to the spinal rolls. Go ahead and release everything. This was reminding me, I did a water aerobics class on vacation once, and we kept our arms up over the water. And I just remember feeling my shoulders and my biceps and thinking how amazing and how much they burned from water aerobics, but we're basically doing the same thing right now. Tuck your chin, round your spine, we're going to roll to the floor. Let your palms hang, your head hang, and then roll it up in reverse. Shoulders, neck, head, and then tuck and roll again. Round at your neck and then at the top of your spine. Allowing your body to drop down as far as it will go before rolling back up again. One more. All right, and then staying on your left leg, your right leg is going to just tap behind you. We're going to swing through, tap behind you, swing through, so it's just a little leg swing. If you need a wall for balance, you can swing straight from back to front, and then go back to front. And if you don't have a wall or anything to hold on to, you can just tap your toe, find your balance, and then come from the back and through, tap, back and through, okay? Otherwise, just a standing leg, swing. You should feel your lower abs engaged, feeling your hip flexor catch and lift. Try and keep your legs straight. Kick a soccer ball. And let's switch sides. So I am going to continue to hold on to the ledge. Feels good today. I'm going to hold on to the ledge. So it's up to you if you have something nearby to hold on to, the back of the couch, a chair, a wall. Different movement than we've done. We did this routine a very long time ago. And I brought it back. We only did it once or twice. Trying to stay tall and upright through your spine. I can feel my heart rate coming up a little bit because my legs doing work, my abs are doing work. My standing legs doing some work. So a little bit of balance. All right, come off the wall if you can. If you need to continue to hold on to it, please do. As we take an outer leg lift, okay? You're here for 1 whole minute. So the front of your quad should be warm from the front swing. Now we're working the outer thigh. Your glute, your hips, you should feel it all in this outer region, okay? So if you can, flatten out, flex your foot and don't tap the ground. If you can't, tap the ground, you can point. Tap the ground, you can point. It's up to you, okay? There's 2 ways you can do it. Choose which one works for you. I'm going to try to work on my balance and just lift and lift with a flat flexed foot. If you want to do it more for just like range motions, tap your toe, point it, lift, lift, okay? A little more muscle contraction when you have your flat flexed foot and you're swinging versus loosening it up. Does that make sense, the difference between the two? All right, go ahead and shake that off. Other leg. So again, point and swing, or flex, flatten, balance, and work. Both of them are work, I shouldn't say that. Find a focal point. I swear I'm looking at a focal point. That's why I'm not looking at you. Try to find a good spot to stare at. Tall for your spine. Standing legs slightly bent. Anchor yourself, root yourself into the floor. I did not tell you, but we're doing everything for 60 seconds today, so this is a minute-long leg lifts, which, you know, add up over time, so if you need to shake it off, shake it off. But come right back, don't leave me. Don't leave me here all alone. Lift, lift. We're gonna do a little more stability and balance work coming up. Last one, shake it off. Okay, a little bit of rest. So if you need to stretch out a little bit, which I feel like I need to, stretch out a little bit before moving on to stability, where we are gonna use our legs some more. So I suggest if you need to stretch out a little bit, do it real quick. You got about 3 seconds. That burns. All right, so you're gonna stand on your left leg, right leg comes up, and we're just gonna do an overhead hold. That's it. But we're here for 60 seconds, so that's quite a bit of time. If you need to, pop your toe. Try to keep all the weight in the standing leg. Shoulders out of your ears, biceps next to your ears, palms facing in. Tall through your spine. Squeeze your glute, your butt cheek, and that standing leg. Sometimes we forget, and it's like, oh yeah, I gotta squeeze that, and then draw your belly button in and engage your abs. We've got less than 30 seconds left. If you fall out of it, come right back. Try to root your toes into the floor, your heel into the floor. Push the arch of your foot into the floor. Ten more seconds. And release it. Coming into almost like a runner's balance. We're going to bend our back leg. Arms come straight down. And we're going to come down like we're in a warrior 3. And then back up. Okay? The only thing different is basically that you have a bent leg in the back. Okay? And if the bent leg is not working for you, you can always go straight. So it's just to change it up a little bit. So our forward fold. Hinge at your hips, long crouch spine, wiggle and wobble. Adjust yourself as needed. This is really great stability work today. If you didn't do leg day, this almost makes up for it. All right, go ahead and shake that off. Sticking with the same leg, so your left leg forward, right leg's going back. Arms come out in front of you. And we're going to, actually, I want my arms forward. We're gonna rotate both directions. And then stand up, okay? So let's take arms out in front. Rotate, rotate. Palms can face in, palms can face the ground, it's up to you, okay? It's not gonna make a difference, just try to keep your arms parallel. Okay? So we're balanced on one leg. Feel your abs working here, holding yourself nice and upright. Shoulders stacked over your hips. I'm in a pretty high lunge. So it doesn't matter really how low you go, that's up to you. Okay. And then let's change this up just a little bit. We're going to stick with the right leg moving, left leg on the ground. We're going to come front lunge, reach overhead, push off your heel and come back. Front lunge, overhead, push off your heel. Okay, now note I said push off your heel. I did not say push off your toe. Okay, I want you to focus on your heel. The ball of your foot will help you, but heel first, okay? A lot of people come forward and they just push straight off the front of their foot, the ball of their foot instead of the heel, and that can cause some issues with your knees. And we also want to fire up our hamstring here. And if you were pushing off the ball of your foot first, you start using other muscles. weight can slide forward and we don't want that, okay? All right, so now we're gonna go arms straight out, side lunge, so arms up overhead, side lunge, bend. Arms up overhead, side lunge, bend, center, and back. There we go. Arms up overhead, side lunge, bend, do one, and then the other. Side lunge, bend. Another thing you can do is go side lunge, bend, tick-tock a little bit, okay? Whichever one feels better to you. I'm going to give you those options right now. So you can kind of come arms out at a V, side lunge, tick-tock. It makes more sense. But I'm going to do the overhead challenge here, as if you had like a ball over your head and you're holding it up, okay? All right, we're going to go ahead and switch into the other side. So now we're balanced on the other leg. Switch legs. Overhead. Hold with your arms. Squeeze your rear. Draw your belly button in. So almost as if you're tucking your tailbone under, tilting your hips forward just a little bit. Root your toes to the floor, big toe, little toes. Try to push the arch of your foot into the floor. Shoulders at your ears, biceps next to your ears. Fingertips reaching the ceiling, elbows straight. Breathe. Tall through your spine, grow a little bit. And release. Okay. Headed into our bent leg, like a warrior three, going bent leg hip hinge. Out of it. Come on back. And then keeping that same leg on the ground, other legs going behind, we're going to reach, rotate, rotate, step up. Reach, rotate either direction. You're going to go both ways, so it doesn't matter which one you start with. Try to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Arms out straight. Take your time. Find your footing, find your balance, and add your rotations. Good core work right here. You should be feeling your abs drawn in and working. One more, turning this into our front lunge with an overhead reach. So we're going to take this leg through forward, push off your heel, release. Reach up, push. Think about your heel, land with your heel, push off with your heel. Make sure your knee is staying over your ankle and not sliding in front of your toe. So give yourself enough space to lunge forward. If you're taking a smaller lunge forward, you might have a tendency to let your knee, I'm going to show you the difference right now. If you're not taking a big enough step forward, you could let your knee go, and we don't need that to happen. We need our knee over our ankle. We want that to happen, okay? forward lunge, you're letting your weight shift forward. We want to have control over it, not have the weight lead us forward and cause an injury, okay? Okay, so coming back to our side lunge, arms up overhead, side bend, or arms out at a V, tick-tock, arms out at your side, tick-tock. I'm gonna let you choose. The side bend is kind of an awkward feeling. But pretty functional in life. Sometimes we're going down to grab something, pick something up, right? We're coming over here, grabbing it. So we're just doing it with a little bit taller posture. I mean, at the very least, you could even do this if having your extremities, your arms out so long is too much. Something like that would work, okay? All right, you ready to stretch this out? I can look at my heart rate and it's up. It's elevated. We're gonna go through some stretching. We're gonna actually be down on the floor, kneeling. So I'm gonna grab, I don't know where my soft little knee things went, so I'm gonna grab that softer mat, okay? So if you have something softer for your knees, grab it. Believe me, you're gonna want it for this first quad stretch. This is the challenging quad stretch. We've done this one before. We're gonna go on the right and the left, and then we'll sit down on our bottoms, okay? So, half kneeling. You're gonna grab your back foot and pull your heels to your butt and stretch out your quad, okay? So get yourself in a position. You move our timer along here. And go. So one leg, if this is too intense, if it's too much, I'm okay with the standing quad stretch. I'll tell you this though, yes, it is more intense to stretch, there's a reason for that, right? So if we do this stretch, pulling our heel towards our butt, we engage all sorts of balance muscles, and we get a little deeper stretch through the quad, okay, just because of the angle and anchoring our knee on the ground, okay? If you're like losing your balance, you can't grab your foot, you can't do it, like just stand up and do it. You can even side lie and do it, okay? The point is to be stretching the quad. All right, tuck your tailbone under, hips forward just a little bit, and then you feel that deeper stretch in your quad. As soon as or grow a little bit taller too. So as soon as I tell you all that stuff, things lengthen, things get long, and you're like, oh yeah, feeling it a little deeper now. Okay, as I'm wobbling around here, trying to keep my balance, let's switch sides. So again, that soft thing for your knee to protect it on the ground. You've got weight on your knee on the ground here, so that really helps, okay? Okay, settle yourself. Other side, tall through your spine. Try to take your hips over your shoulders, over your hips, and pull your heel towards your butt. Tuck your tailbone under, and even if you're not tucking it under, think about tucking it under, because as soon as that thought comes, like, man, do I feel a bigger, deeper stretch to my quad, okay? And if you're standing or side lying, I want you to think about tilting your hips under, pulling the heel towards your butt, growing tall through your spine. And like I said, we're laying down after this, so stay with me for 8 more seconds. We're not going to lay down yet, we're sitting down first, okay? So we're going to sit down in a straddle. So legs are just going as wide as you can get them, okay? As we hold up overhead, and we're going to windmill kind of from side to side, okay? So one arm's going to reach forward, one arm's going to reach back. Belly button comes towards your thigh. Twisting through our torso, through our waist for that leg. You can hold it as long as you want. I'm moving quickly, but you can move slower and just hold. Like, I'm going to just hold a little bit here. Try to keep your toes pointed to the ceiling, so your foot is flat and flexed. Okay, go ahead and release your arms, laying down on our backs. We're going to take one leg up, one leg bent. Arms can come down to the side, and we're just gonna lower and lift. If it's more comfortable, you can extend the bottom leg. You might want to just add more resistance. Your bent leg is going to give you a little bit more balance, okay? And then it'll also decrease the flexibility or the whatever of this leg. So if you would like to, you can even hold it at the top and then release the stretch, hold it, release, okay? Or just swing, it's up to you. Kind of like what we did in the very beginning. Do you feel your abs engaged now too? Now that you've done a bunch of them. We did this in the beginning, standing, same thing. All right, hold that leg up. We're gonna do a little bit of a body roll here, okay? So either behind your calf or behind your thigh, we're going to use our body to roll ourselves up, roll ourselves back. And if your bottom foot comes off the floor, that's okay. Roll yourselves up, roll yourselves back. And again, it's your calf or your thigh. A little momentum here. And if you really want to get rocking with it, just rock with it. No stopping, just roll, lift your bottom up off the ground, get that deep stretch. Okay, so I kind of progressed you through this. And if it's like really challenging, you can always bend your knee and kind of come here, okay? So I know everybody's flexibility is different. Please try it and see which one works for you. We are going to switch to the other side right after this one here. So we're starting off with a bent knee. This leg's going to go up and down, up and down. And then when you're ready, you can straighten out that leg and come up and down. And maybe you're going to catch your leg now. A little stretch, release, catch, stretch, release. I said you didn't need a sweat towel today, and I don't think you did, but we did get a bit of work in. Your legs should be nice and worked. Maybe a little bit shaky. There was a lot of balance work today. I also feel my core engaged a lot today, which is good. Both are very good for us, right? Our shoulders in the beginning, that was very warm. All right, hold your leg here. Remember, you can hold behind your thigh. You can bend your knee. We're gonna rock ourselves up, okay? So if you start off with a knee bend, rock yourself up. You can lay down and then rock up. You can extend out to your calf and then rock up, and then you can do the full rocker. I know this is going to feel awkward for many of you. That's okay, we're going to do it anyways. Something different. Sometimes we have to challenge our bodies in different ways, move in different ways. Even if it's uncomfortable or you feel awkward. We grow through those moments. I always say those are the character building moments. And go ahead and release your legs. Lay down, bend your knees, open up your feet wide. We're going to do a hip swivel here. Center and other side. So we're laying down, hip swiveling. And I'm going to give you an option here. I have a nice wide hip swivel going. That feels really good on my hips. which then opens up my lower back. If you prefer, you can take both knees together and you can do more of a spinal twist, okay? I'm going to give you the option right now. You choose. What do you need today? Do you need that lower back spinal twist, or do you need a little bit more in your hips? Opening up wide. Goal is to draw your knees to the floor. Neither knee on either side is going to the floor, but that would be a goal. That's just how tight my hips are. Maybe your hips are a little bit looser and you can get your knees driving all the way to the floor. Please try to do that if you can. Come back up to center, take a nice big inhale. Exhale. And that is your mind class for today. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow we will be back here. I think we have kickboxing on the schedule, so we'll kickbox tomorrow. And then I'll see you Saturday for Soul Fusion. So have a good day. Hope you feel great now and that you feel accomplished and that you felt adventurous today. Bye everybody. Have a good one.